What's up, YouTube? I'm Ace Palomero, South Texas Realtor, proud of the Rio Grande Valley, and loyal patron at Barbershop 62. If y'all need a barber here in the RGV, hit up my boy Will, he's got you. Today's video is about SpaceX, Elon Musk, and the 956. Let's get this video rolling. So if you haven't heard, this past Tuesday on Twitter, formerly Twitter, now known as X, Elon Musk he announced that he's relocating the headquarters for two of his companies, SpaceX and X, from California to Texas. And the Safety Act signed by California Governor Gavin Newsom, according to Elon Musk, was the final straw. I know that Elon Musk has been highly critical of California and especially Gavin Newsom, and I think Gavin Newsom deserves it. I too believe that Gavin Newsom sucks as a person and as the governor. I think he's the devil. That's just my personal opinion. Anyway, yeah. So SpaceX and X is moving its headquarters from Cali to Starbase. Starbase is a company town about just over 20 miles from Brownsville in South Texas. It's got a launching pad, launch facility, launch control center, and a tracking station for SpaceX. And earlier this year, the company had announced a $100 million five-story office there. Construction for that has already begun, and it's supposed to be complete by next year. Elon Musk and SpaceX aren't the only ones leaving California. So check out this blog post by Henry O'Laughlin. Hopefully I didn't butcher that name. Sorry, Henry. But yeah, every company leaving California 2020 2024. Where is that? There we go. Yeah, so here's that list. So you have SpaceX, Blaze Pizza, Neutrogena, Fresh Realm, Hodge, Noble 33. I think, yeah, we can go through. Yeah, list of companies that have left California with over 100 employees. So they're not just like, little mom and pop companies. Advanced Solution, Oakview Group. Let's just scroll all the way down. Look at all these. American Airlines. FICO. Tesla, of course. First Foundation Bank. Homelight. Okay, I ignore a lot of Homelight's messages. But yeah, companies are fleeing California, not just companies, like regular residents. And it's because California, like, honestly is not business friendly, and especially not small business friendly. Definitely not landlord friendly. Like, when I talk to my friends and family who live in California, I just, like, yeah, California's great to visit. It's got a lot of beautiful women, but I could not live in California. Especially because your governor sucks. A little bit more on, I guess, Elon's statements regarding the move. So, right here from that same article. After the recent announcement of the headquarters relocations to Texas, Musk doubled down on why he dislikes California, saying, "Have had enough of dodging gangs of violent drug addicts just to get in and out of the building." He also claims that he warned Newsom, California's governor, about enacting legislation such as the Safety Act. "I did make it clear to Governor Newsom about a year ago that laws of this nature would force families and companies to leave California to protect their children," he said. Yeah. And honestly, like, yeah, our governor, Abbott, like, he's done some things that I disagree with, and I actually prefer to Allen West, so I hope Allen West runs again next election for the governor of Texas. Now, what do I think about all this? I think it's a net positive. It's going to create jobs, and jobs bring prosperity. It's that simple. Like, yes, you need to make sure that things are done the right way. It's not just, local politicians getting the majority of the benefits and the local populace, like, gets breadcrumbs. You need to make sure you have, like, the right contractors doing the work, and they're not just dilly-dallying trying to extend the scope of the project so they can rake in more profits. But yeah, I think it's a net positive. I know gentrification gets a bad rep, but there's a way to improve the value, the prosperity of an area while simultaneously maintaining its existing culture. KRGV, one of our local news channels on its site. Actually, I got this through Facebook. Had an article about it come out yesterday, 17th. Yeah. So experts discuss economic impact of SpaceX's relocation plans to Cameron County. The article writer Sarah Cervera, and she's talking to the UTRGV economics professor Salvador Contreras. I think I took his class once, or maybe a couple classes, but that was a while back. So Contreras says that if the move happens, the economic impact could be large. That's a given. He's questioning if the Rio Grande Valley is ready for the boom in tourism. Tourism. So yes, do we have the hotel infrastructure? Do we have the restaurants? Do we even have the roads or bridges? So we have the necessary infrastructure. Right now, no, but we can build it. Therefore, increasing the jobs. And honestly, we gotta get like a handle on the existing jobs. That highway has been under construction since I don't know. Anyway, he says it's likely cities will have to pitch in to cover the cost of upgrading local infrastructure, but a plus with the move is an increase in job opportunities. Employment for our graduates, for example, engineers, scientists, and even an auxiliary type industry will help the company maintain its presence here. Local broker realtor Daniel Galvan says with all the new jobs, a higher demand for housing will come. And that means property taxes will likely see a spike. And that's just part of it. I really do think there needs to be legislation like regarding how property taxes are calculated. I think it's messed up. Like, let's say you're retired, your house is paid off, but every year because property taxes keep going up, a retiree, a senior citizen, their cost of housing keeps going up because of the ever increasing property taxes. Now let's see what the rest of the local populace is saying in my favorite part of the internet, the comment section. Actually, I like what Rex and Christopher here say. So this is Rex Johnson. All I can do is shake my head at some of these comments. Considering the amount that SpaceX has built and grown in the last few years, a ton of money has already flowed into the Cameron County economy. That Star Factory will not be totally manned by people from California, so there are going to be jobs available. And the more people that come into the area will need food, housing, clothing, and schools. This could be the best opportunity Brownsville could have for growth. But are they ready is a bigger question. As mentioned, corruption on the local levels could be a huge problem, which anyone from Rio Grande Valley is aware of. And Christopher Garcia responds, it's true though, but not for the reason you think. Most Valley people won't get hired because they are not qualified and are mostly laborers. The Valley is ignorant and stuck in its ways. No skills equals no job. This is Ken Saunders. I moved here after living in Austin the last 30 years. One thing that stands out down here is the percentage of jobs that will quickly be eliminated as a result of advancements in tech, AI, and robotics. Manual labor jobs will be the first to go. Grocery stores, fast food joints, warehousing, just to name a few. The Valley will be significantly impacted, and I not heard many down here talking about this and how it will change the RGV forever, something in which many Valley residents are just in absolute denial. This train is coming, and so many aren't worried as they don't believe they are even standing on the proverbial tracks. I disagree, Ken. There's always manual labor jobs. It's just that there's not a lot of people willing to do it. We have Decker and Richard here talking about local politicians and taxes and Musk and corruption. Honestly, when I see things like this, I wonder if the people commenting to this, like, if they even vote in the local election. I'm wondering how involved they are in their local communities. I'm assuming and I'm hoping that they are involved. Claudia here says growth is good. Leaders are aware of the implication of tax increases, so no one should be surprised by what is going to happen. However, there will be an influx in income for the city. The least they could do is put programs in place to support potential displacement. It wasn't too long that the cost of living in Brownsville was lower than the poverty line. It's not anymore, but wages are the same. What are we going to do to help the community that lives here, not just appease the outsiders that will move in? Claudia has a good point. There are already existing programs, though a lot of people don't know about them. There's help there's help there if you need it. But like the thing is with these programs too, they're not supposed to be like forever for any given I guess recipient of these programs. It's supposed to like help you until you're in a better spot, and then you continue on. You shouldn't be on these programs forever. And that's another thing. If there's some kind of welfare program that keeps on getting bigger, like as in more and more people are reliant on it, I don't think that program is working. This guy Tim is I guess in a similar vein of thinking as me. He thinks a net positive, though he seems a lot more enthusiastic than me. And then we have Joseph, Roy, and Beaufort over here. Like, I can see where they're coming from, right? Because if a bunch of Californians come to Texas and vote the same way that they did in California, which ruined their state, like, what the hell, But guys, that's what happened to Southern hospitality, y'all. Like, what happened? Rodolfo and Monique make very good points about the road. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. They need another bridge. More comments about property taxes, gentrifications, locals being priced out of homes, etc. So, a lot of the times, I guess the issue with gentrification is that a lot of the people, the locals being forced out of these homes, if you will, a lot of them are renting. So, I mean, unfortunately, that's just part of like the market. That's how economics works. Here we go, and we got some racist comments. Classic Facebook. And this is my favorite comment right here. Mr. Phillip, people in Brownsville don't know how to drive. We can't have more cars here than we already have. You could swear that they were having a competition to see who could drive the slowest. So to sum it up, SpaceX and X, their headquarters coming here to the Rio Grande Valley, well, the lower valley. I personally think, as a resident, that it's going to be a net positive. It's going to be a good thing overall. From the Facebook comments, everyone's mixed. Some people think it's good. Some people think it's bad. I think a lot of the people who think it's bad, though, I think they're like, I don't know. I think they're just being stubborn and set in their ways. Like, what? You think the valley's good? Like, the way it is? Like, aren't we one of the poorest areas in the nation? Aren't we the fattest county in the nation? Like, no, we can't have more of the same. Anyway, that's it for the video. If you found any of this informative, like and subscribe. Bye.